If opponents of electing judges were arguing in court, they might use the case of Ken Goslin to make their point. Goslin is a lawyer who wants to be a judge on the San Diego Superior Court. Earlier this year, he told voters he was a Harvard-trained attorney. Goslin actually earned his law degree from Laverne University. Goslin also stated he was a constitutional lawyer, when in fact, his specialty is real estate. Goslin claimed in his candidate statement he had presided over thousands of criminal and civil cases as a volunteer judge, but volunteer judges like Goslin are limited to traffic and small claims cases. Goslin did not respond in time to comment for this story, but in the past he has called these issues misunderstandings. And then there's the issue of Goslin's campaign signs. In the months before the June primary, to the casual onlooker, Goslin's signs portrayed him as an incumbent judge, which he is not.
I mean, that's outrageous.
Howard Weiner is a retired justice from the California Court of Appeal.
That's the kind of abuse that is, once blood boils. I mean, that shouldn't happen. That's simply wrong.
California Western School of Law professor Glenn Smith says abuse is a consequence of allowing people to run for judge.
When you have judicial candidates appealing directly to voters, you have the risk that all of the problems with other elections will come into play.
Problems like false or misleading claims, negative advertising, and fundraising. Lawyers and well-heeled companies with potential cases before judges up for re-election may feel compelled to contribute. Smith says it's a cycle that undermines the impartiality of courts.
The idea is people don't get favorable treatment because they were a big contributor or because they're a certain party or whatever. They should get equal justice. So we really expect judges, when we make them run for election, we expect them to do a lot, to be unbiased and not respond to political incentives and political favors, etc., but yet put them in this process.
The process can also trigger a challenge to an incumbent judge based on a single decision that angers someone. In 1994, that happened to Judge Anthony Joseph, who is now retired.
I had a case that involved the Boy Scouts and one of their troop leaders, and he was a gay, and the Boy Scouts were disciplining him, and I found that that was inappropriate and not legal. So I drew a candidate based on that decision, and it's not fun to be run against.
Joseph went on to defeat his challenger. Retired Justice Weiner calls judicial elections imperfect but necessary to throw out bad judges or at least rehabilitate them.
It's a wonderful opportunity to learn about what he or she may have done incorrectly to improve. Now, if a judge has the personality, I've done nothing wrong, they're picking on me, etc., it's been a waste of time. Maybe that judge should lose if the candidate is a better qualified candidate.
Weiner says the elections also serve to temper the arrogance that can come from too much time on the bench.
I haven't seen increasing humility over the years when one is a judge. I mean, when you grade your own papers for a long time, and people stand up when you walk in the room and they laugh at your jokes all the time, it's easy to think you're pretty smart and pretty important.
The San Diego County Bar Association rates candidates for judge. The group has weighed in on the only contested judicial election next month. Candidate Goslin was deemed lacking in qualifications. His opponent, Deputy State Attorney General Brad Weinreb, was rated qualified. Amita Sharma, KPBS News.